German particles. In today's lesson, I will show you what is a particle, which particles exist in German, and why are they so important if you actually want to show feelings and emotions in German. Hi, my name is Jan and I'm your German teacher here on EasyDeutsch, your channel for German grammar. Today's topic is particles. If you never heard of particles, don't worry. They exist in English, although you probably, if you're not an English teacher, don't know of their existence, but they're actually very similar to in English. So particles are small little words that can change the whole meaning of the sentence, or that can change, like weakening or strengthening the meaning of adjectives. So in order to be able to explain it all from an easy student point of view, we will switch now to my ebook, German Grammar Explained Easily. So we're now in my ebook, German Grammar Explained Easily. Today's topic is German particles. What is a particle? A particle is a special type of an adverb. So let's have a closer look. So particles are unchangeable words that aren't considered preposition, a full adverb, or conjunctions. Why do I mention those three here? Well, they're also all unchangeable, but serve a different purpose. Remember, prepositions connect always a verb with a noun. They put some stuff into relation. Adverbs describe a situation, circumstances, and conjunctions connect things with each other. Particles don't really do any of this. They slightly do the adverb job, so they describe situation, but not entirely. That's why maybe you heard of them as adverbs, maybe as a own type of word. I consider them adverbs because they also describe the situation or, attention, feelings. So with the use of particles, you can actually describe feelings in German. That's why German language sounds quite cold if you don't know how to use them or you don't understand them. But before we come to the different kind of particles with their different jobs, let's have a look at the characteristics of particles first. First of all, different from regular adverbs or almost anything else, you cannot ask for them. So you can never ever ask for a particle with no question at all. They make the language alive, so you can evaluate the whole sentence negatively or positively, and they show feelings. And they are mainly used in spoken language. So in written language, you will not really see them a lot, simply for the reason that they show feelings. And in a written sentence, it's way harder to do this with a particle because you can't see how the person is actually reacting with his face. So what kind of face does the person make while saying this? Because most of the time particles can have several different meanings, because often particles can have several different meanings, even opposing meanings. One way is it's polite, and the other way it makes something rude. So that's not rare. That's why they're mostly used in spoken language, because you can see in the mimic of the person which way it's meant to be. And very important, you do not change the overall meaning of the sentence if you just drop them. So you can always leave them out. That's why you can never ask for them. So these are the characteristics which makes them very special. And don't get afraid, we have several different ones. So we have so-called Grad particle. Those are intensifying particles. Probably the easiest one of all of them. So let's have a look at them first. We always use them before an adjective or an adverb, either to strengthen or to weaken its meaning. And obviously, depending on the particle, we are strengthening or weakening the adjective, and also depending on the particle, it's either a very small weakening or strengthening or a large strengthening or weakening. For example, der Fernseher ist total teuer. So the TV is extremely expensive. You do the exact same thing in English. So you have intensifying particles in English. You simply have to get the translation of those for you, and then you know exactly how to use them. Der Fernseher ist total teuer, so the TV is extremely expensive. Here, extremely has the same meaning like total. Die Situation ist mir höchst unangenehm, so the situation is, for myself, highest pleasant. That's a very bad English, but it's the word by word translation, so a better English. This situation is very unpleasant for me. But you can see here it's strengthening the meaning of unangenehm. The same what total does with teuer, expensive here. So this is pretty straightforward and should be easy for you because English does the exact same thing. Let's have one more look at one more. Deine Reaktion ist völlig übertrieben, so your reaction is absolutely over the top. Here, I'm not sure if there is an adjective for this in English, but we have the absolutely völlig, it increase and strengthen the meaning of what is coming next. Now let's have a look at focus particles. Focus particle. Focus particles emphasize or highlight something important. So it's the same like the grad particles, so the intensifying particles. We put that in front of the part that we want to emphasize or highlight. Die Show war toll. Mir haben besonders die Lichteffekte gefallen. So the show was great. I liked especially the light effects. So here it doesn't have to be an adjective like with the intensifying particles. It could be absolutely everything. So we want to highlight the light effect, so we put besonders, especially in front. Mir gefällt die Wohnung nicht, vor allem das Bad ist zu klein. I don't like this apartment, especially the bathroom is too small. Was? Du hast kein Facebook? Sogar meine 80-jährige Oma ist bei Facebook. What? You don't have Facebook? Even my 80-year-old grandma is on Facebook. So you can see that English has the same ones. Maybe my vocabulary is not big enough. I say German has a way more of them, or my vocabulary isn't big enough that I have to use especially that often here. If you're a native speaker, you can probably find different ones, but the system is the same. We are highlighting one fact in that sentence. Let's have a look at the negation particle. Well, you know that one already. Nicht. Yes, nicht is a particle too. You haven't learned it like that so far, but nicht is a particle. Ich fahre heute nicht zu Oma, so I don't go to grandma's today. This is a particle. Just for your information, doesn't change anything with the negation. I have uploaded a negation video in German only so far. It's linked in the info cards. In the moment I published the video in English only, you will find that in the info cards there too. We also have so-called, I hope I pronounced that correctly, Onomatopoeia, whatever, lautmalende particle. Those are the particles you will find in comics, and they're imitating sounds and noises. Those are the ones in German. You may find different ones in English comics. They vary depending on the language. It's just for information, not very important unless you read comics all the time. So you can see here summary already, and if you have paid attention at the beginning, there's one missing, the modal particle. This is actually the most complicated one, but the most important one, because that is the one that actually really shows emotions and feelings in German. Due to its importance, I will publish a separate video for the modal particle tomorrow. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you're not gonna miss out on that video. But for all the other particles so far, obviously there are many different particles, and the most important ones for you are intensifying particles, the focus particles, and the modal particles that I will explain here in detail tomorrow in the next video. And most likely, most of them exist in your native language too. Only German language uses them a little bit more intensively. Very important for sentence structure. They never ever count as position. So if you use them, even if they're in front of the verb, they are not in position 1. So you need something else between them and the verb. We cannot ask for them is also a very important fact here. And like I said, tomorrow you will find out more about modal particles. But before we come to that, again, you get a little task. Check your native language in case it's not English, if your language uses particles. Probably it does, at least the intensifying particles, the focus particles, probably even modal particles. So if you understand them in your native language, it will make it a way easier to understand them in German too. So now you have a first overview which particles exist in German. If you have any further question about them, please don't hesitate to write a comment in the comment section here under the video. But keep in mind, the most important particle, the one that really express emotions, feelings, is coming tomorrow in my next video. And please don't forget to subscribe and activate the little notification bell. Then you will get a notification when I publish the new video about modal particles and also any other video in the future. And I hope you've learned a lot today, and that I will see you again tomorrow in the video about modal particles. And until then, viel Spaß und Erfolg beim Deutschlernen.